All right, so what's the best project? So far people have voted Ethereum, Chainlink, Uniswap. I think pretty straightforward. Bill, could you maybe pull up the TA for these coins? You kind of covered Ethereum earlier, but Chainlink and Uni.
Sure. Just give me a second. You know, if you, it's a good thing. It's a great project and a great chart because no one makes a living saying anything bad about Chainlink, given the community. Okay. So, okay, it's coming up right now. Okay. So Chainlink. All right. What does it do? All these cryptos all year, the bullish, I call, it's like, I call it the moon formation, right? It's where you go up, you make a square or a triangle consolidation. Then you go up and you make a square or a triangle. The Uniswap moon formation was one square, one triangle. Gone. Okay. Chainlink is probably bigger, may or may not do that. Okay. Chainlink in terms of dollar terms to a new Coinbase investing community looks cheap. Okay. And this right here. Okay. That to me looks like a whole lot of green and people getting excited. That looks like a trend starting. Okay. So when you see these type of things in a market leader like Chainlink, okay, think about the pain trade in the crypto market. Like, I know everyone likes to talk about what hurts the most people, and I actually don't. But wouldn't people look at you like you were nuts if you said a crypto's going straight up? Like, I don't care who wins the presidency or not. I don't care what happens. Crypto's just going to go up. No one thinks that. Now, some of the guys holding Bitcoin do, but nobody thinks that in alts. You get laughed at. Now, I mean, in Uniswap, they've got to find a way to make this relevant, I think, because, people are still selling it when it pops higher, right? It looks like it's just been beaten to death, right? The question is, can it break out? I think Uniswap is a better buy above $2.50 than it is right now. Like, make it prove itself just a little bit. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can it? Sure. Are there better plays out there? Probably.
Yeah. So let's talk about Uniswap real quick and pivot back to Chainlink. With Uniswap, you have the liquidity mining going on. So there's an inflationary aspect in the sense that there's a lot of tokens that are coming into the system. There's a lot of people who have a lot of money in that, and that's essentially providing sell pressure that's happening onto the market. So until we have a full turnaround, that's why when you look at Uniswap, it's just straight down, right? It's because a lot of people are getting these tokens just pumping into the market and selling them. And that's why you're seeing that price structure. So until you get some bullish momentum and shows that people are willing to buy it, it's going to keep doing that. As far as Chainlink is concerned, same thing that we touched about before. It's the leader of the blue chip alts, and the rest will follow in time. But I think what's really important about Chainlink is that Chainlink is not billed as a decentralized oracle, just billed as an oracle that has amazing branding, Link Marines, that whole nine. When you look at its counterparts such as Teller and Band, their build is decentralized. But the problem is, and this is just experience working with decentralized projects, because I'm very bullish on supporting them, is that they bring in these decentralized oracles, and then they set up their on-chain data feed, all that stuff. And then Chainlink comes in and says, hey, and they don't care who it is, by the way. I've seen this with low tier projects, right? They come in and say, hey, we'll cover your marketing if you switch to us. We have a big presence in marketing in Asia and South Korea. Why don't you switch to us? You would be a fool not to take their marketing. It's free. You need an oracle. Why don't you just go over to them? Like, they're gonna market you, like their marketing brand and association is just bar none. Like, who are the Tellers and Bands of the world when you have Chainlink? And it's not like a centralized oracle is not decentralized in a sense. It's on chain, like it's price analytics that's coming through the API. Like, no one cares about decentralized oracles. They just care that they need an oracle. I'm a developer. I need an oracle. I need price feed data. As long as it's good and whatever, who cares, right? And not everything needs to be decentralized. But that being said, that marketing, branding, and their ability to just go into any conversation and have that, it's just crushing the competition. So, you know, I am big on when the cup gets to the top, it overflows into the rest, right? So I do think things like Band and Teller will do well regardless, because people still need to fill that void early stage. There'll still be usage, and people love usage, right? But Link will forever be that driving force. And then when you start getting into institutional adoption, where these new players are coming in from an institutional side and they need price data feed that's not fleshed out yet or not built out yet, Chainlink is positioning itself to have those conversations as well. But in terms of my favorite crypto, you know, I'm probably gonna have, like, outside of Bitcoin and ETH, I'm gonna have to go with Polkadot, because we're barely at the start of what they have to offer. Right now, you're seeing all this positive price action. That's all coming from the fact that what they could deliver. So just imagine what happens when they do deliver, and the heads of that project come from a lineage within crypto that's very strong. So I think Polkadot has a lot of staying power here, and I think that it's going to be groundbreaking when it actually does implement what it needs to implement in terms of batch transactions, etc. It's part of Ethereum. Like, Ethereum thrives from Polkadot's success, so we need to keep that in mind.
All right. Thank you. Hey, Maddie.